Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin with a truth that can change your life. If you do not control your emotions will control you. Think about the last time you let frustration get the best of you, or the last time fear held you back from taking action, or worse, when anger made you say something you later regretted. See, emotions are like fire. Controlled, they can warm your house, cook your meals, and provide light in the darkness. Uncontrolled, they can burn everything to the ground. Success in life, in business, in relationships, it all depends on your ability to master your emotions. Because let me tell you, life will not always be fair, but how you respond makes all the difference. Life is full of small inconveniences, delayed flights, slow traffic, a rude comment from a stranger, a spilled cup of coffee. The problem isn't that these things happen. The problem is that we allow them to steal our joy. We let a minor frustration turn into a bad mood, and before we know it, our entire day is ruined. But here's the truth. The quality of your life is not determined by what happens to you, but by how you respond to it. Too many people live in a constant state of frustration because they allow external events to dictate their emotions. If the weather is bad, they're upset. If someone disagrees with them, they're offended. If plans don't go exactly as expected, they're thrown off balance. But imagine if you had the ability to remain unshaken, no matter what was happening around you. Imagine if you could maintain your inner peace, regardless of traffic jams, slow service, or unexpected delays. That is real power, not being controlled by circumstances, but being in control of yourself. Think about how much energy is wasted on things that won't matter in a day, a week, or a month. A rude cashier, a minor mistake at work, a comment on social media. People get worked up over these things and replay them in their minds, allowing them to drain their energy. But why? The person who cut you off in traffic has already moved on, yet you're still upset 30 minutes later. The coworker who made a snide remark has forgotten about it, but you've carried it with you all day. You are the one suffering, not them. The question is it worth it? When you allow small things to steal your joy, you are giving away control. You're handing over your emotional well-being to circumstances you cannot change. But when you decide that no inconvenience, no careless remark, and no unexpected delay is worth your peace, you regain your power. You choose joy regardless of the situation. And here's the best part. When you stop sweating the small stuff, you free up energy for the big things, the things that truly matter. You can't control everything that happens, but you can always control how you respond. And when you refuse to let the little things steal your joy, life becomes lighter, better, and far more enjoyable. There is a fundamental difference between reacting emotionally and responding wisely. A reaction is instant, automatic, and often driven by impulse. It is fueled by anger, frustration, or fear, and usually leads to regret. A response, on the other hand, is deliberate, thoughtful, and controlled. It comes from a place of wisdom and self-discipline. The ability to respond instead of react is one of the most valuable skills you can develop because it determines the quality of your decisions, relationships, and ultimately your life. Think about the last time someone said something that upset you. Did you react immediately, firing back with a sharp remark, only to regret it later? Or did you take a moment, breathe, and choose a response that kept the situation under control? The difference between those two actions can change the outcome of a conversation, a business deal, or even an entire relationship. The truth is, reacting is easy. It requires no discipline, but responding with wisdom takes awareness, patience, and self-control. Most people allow their emotions to dictate their actions. They react to criticism with defensiveness, to frustration with anger, and to disappointment with blame. But when emotions control you, you become unpredictable, unstable, and easily manipulated. Anyone who knows which buttons to push can trigger a reaction, and suddenly you're no longer in control. However, when you master the ability to pause and choose your response, you become unshakable. No insult, inconvenience, or challenge can disrupt your inner stability because you are in charge of yourself. Pausing before reacting gives you time to think, to assess the situation, and to determine the best course of action. It allows you to separate emotion from logic and respond in a way that serves you rather than harms you. It keeps you from saying words you can't take back, making decisions you'll later regret, or burning bridges that you may need in the future. Strength is not in how loudly you react, but in how calmly you respond. Life will always throw challenges your way. People will test your patience. Plans will fall apart and unexpected situations will arise. But you have a choice. You can react emotionally and make things worse, or you can take a breath, step back, and respond with wisdom. The person who controls their response controls their future. Your mind is the control center of your life. Every action you take, every decision you make, and every emotion you feel begins with a thought. If your thinking is weak, your results will be weak. If your mindset is negative, your life will reflect that negativity. But when you take charge of your mind, when you discipline your thoughts, you begin to shape your world in ways you never thought possible. Because here's the truth. You don't experience life as it is, you experience life as you are. Everything you feel, from happiness to frustration, is rooted in your perception. Two people can go through the exact same challenge, yet one will crumble under the pressure while the other will rise stronger. What makes the difference? Mindset. The person who sees obstacles as barriers will give up, but the person who sees obstacles as opportunities will push through and grow. The person who focuses on problems will feel overwhelmed, but the person who focuses on solutions will feel empowered. The battle is won or lost in the mind long before any action is taken. People allow their minds to be shaped by negativity, news, complaints, fear, and doubt. They consume information that drains their energy and wonder why they feel stuck. But the mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant will grow. If you constantly plant seeds of fear, worry, and self-doubt, don't be surprised when your life is full of stress and anxiety. But if you plant seeds of faith, confidence, and determination, you'll reap a life of success and fulfillment. You have to guard your mind as if your future depends on it, because it does. You cannot control everything that happens around you, but you can always control how you interpret it. You can choose to see setbacks as failures or as lessons. You can dwell on past mistakes or use them as fuel for growth. You can complain about what you lack or be grateful for what you have. And here's the secret. The more you master your mindset, the less external circumstances will control you. Life becomes a reflection of the thoughts you choose. And when you train your mind to focus on strength, solutions, and possibilities, you become unstoppable. Fear is one of the most powerful forces in life, but whether it holds you back or pushes you forward is entirely up to you. Fear is natural. It's built into us as a survival mechanism. It warns us of danger and keeps us alert. But in today's world, fear is rarely about survival. It's about uncertainty, rejection, failure, and stepping outside of our comfort zone. The problem is not fear itself. The problem is when we let fear take control and dictate our action. When fear is in charge, it limits us, steals opportunities, and keeps us from becoming who we were meant to be. Most people don't realize how much fear is running their lives. They don't pursue their dreams because they're afraid of failing. They don't speak up because they're afraid of judgment. They don't take action because they're afraid of discomfort. Fear makes people settle for less, not because they aren't capable of more, but because the risk of the unknown seems too great. But here's the truth. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Every breakthrough, every success, every major achievement first requires the courage to step beyond fear. Fear loves to exaggerate. It tells you that if you fail, you'll never recover. It tells you that if you take a risk, you'll regret it forever. But if you look back at your life, how many times were your fears completely unfounded? How many things did you worry about that never actually happened? Fear is a liar, and the sooner you stop listening to it, the sooner you take back control of your life. The key is not to eliminate fear. That's impossible. The key is to move forward despite it. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision that fear will not stop you. Successful people feel fear just like everyone else, but they act anyway. They don't wait until they feel confident, because confidence comes from action, not before it. The more you face fear head-on, the weaker it becomes. And the more you let it control you, the stronger it grows. The choice is always yours. You can let fear dictate your life, or you can step through it and claim the life that is waiting for you. Your environment is shaping you every single day, whether you realize it or not. The people you spend time with, the conversations you engage in, the content you consume, all of it is influencing your thoughts, your emotions, and ultimately your future. You cannot expect to grow if you are surrounded by negativity. You cannot expect to be strong if you allow weak influences into your life. The truth is, your environment is either lifting you up or pulling you down, and if you are not intentional about guarding it, you will be shaped by forces that do not have your best interest in mind. Think about the people you interact with most. Do they challenge you to be better, or do they keep you stuck in the same habits and mindset? Are they people who inspire, encourage, and push you towards success, or are they people who complain, criticize, and drain your energy? The conversations you engage in daily are shaping the way you think. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, it's only a matter of time before you adopt that mindset yourself. But if you surround yourself with driven, disciplined, and positive people, their mindset will start to become your mindset. Energy is contagious, whether good or bad. It's not just people, it's also the content you consume. The books you read, the podcasts you listen to, the news you follow, and the social media accounts you engage with all play a role in shaping your beliefs and attitudes. If you fill your mind with gossip, distractions, and meaningless entertainment, don't be surprised if you struggle with focus and motivation. But if you feed your mind with wisdom, inspiration, and education, you will start to see the world differently. What you allow into your mind will eventually manifest in your life. Guarding your environment is not about isolating yourself, it's about choosing wisely. It's about setting standards for what you will and won't tolerate. It's about recognizing when certain people or influences are holding you back and having the courage to distance yourself. Growth requires sacrifice, and sometimes that means walking away from relationships, habits, or environments that no longer serve you. Because at the end of the day, your environment will either be the reason for your success or the excuse for your failure. The choice is yours. Pain is one of life's greatest teachers, but only if you are willing to learn. Everyone experiences pain. Failure, rejection, disappointment, loss, no one is exempt. The difference between those who rise and those who stay stuck is what they choose to do with it. Some people allow pain to break them, while others use it to build something stronger. Pain can be a burden that holds you back, or it can be the very force that drives you forward. The choice is yours. Most people spend their lives trying to avoid pain. They run from discomfort. They numb themselves with distractions. They blame others for their struggles. But pain will find you regardless. The key is not to avoid it, but to transform it. Because within every painful experience is the seed of growth, strength, and wisdom, if you are willing to look for it. The most successful people in the world have all faced hardship, but instead of being victims of their circumstances, they became students of them. They asked, what can I learn from this? How can I grow because of this? And then they use that pain as fuel. Pain has a way of revealing your true character. It shows you what you're made of. It forces you to dig deep and find strength you never knew you had. It pushes you beyond what is comfortable and into what is necessary. When you embrace pain instead of resisting it, something incredible happens. You become stronger. Every challenge you face prepares you for the next one. Every setback is training for something greater. When you stop seeing pain as an enemy and start seeing it as a teacher, your entire perspective shifts. Your greatest struggles often lead to your greatest breakthroughs. The heartbreak, the failures, the disappointments. They are not meant to define you. They are meant to refine you. Every moment of pain carries the potential for growth, but only if you decide to use it. Will you let your pain paralyze you, or will you turn it into power? The answer to that question will determine the course of your life, because those who learn to transform pain into strength, wisdom, and resilience are the ones who rise above, the ones who inspire others, and the ones who leave a lasting impact on the world. Staying calm is a skill, and like any skill, it must be trained. Life is unpredictable. There will always be challenges, unexpected situations, and moments that test your patience. But the difference between those who thrive and those who struggle isn't what happens to them, it's how they respond. The ability to stay calm under pressure is one of the most valuable strengths you can develop, because when emotions are high, logic is low. The person who stays calm is the person who stays in control. Most people let external circumstances dictate their internal state. If things are going well, they're happy. If things go wrong, they're frustrated, anxious, or overwhelmed. But this kind of emotional instability creates a life of constant ups and downs, where peace is dependent on circumstances. True power comes when you can remain calm no matter what is happening around you. It means training yourself to pause before reacting, to breathe before speaking, and to think before making decisions. When you master this, you stop being easily shaken. You become the person who can handle pressure, who can lead in difficult moments, and who can make sound decisions even in chaos. Calmness isn't just about avoiding stress, it's about maintaining clarity. When your mind is calm, you think better. You see solutions that others miss. You don't waste energy on overreacting or worrying about things you can't control. Instead, you focus on what you can control: your response, your mindset, and your actions. The people who remain calm are the ones who take control of situations while everyone else is panicking. They are the ones who influence, lead, and create solutions while others are stuck in emotional reactions. Training yourself to stay calm requires discipline. It means choosing not to engage in unnecessary drama. It means stepping back instead of reacting impulsively. It means reminding yourself that emotions are temporary, but decisions have lasting consequences. It's learning to observe your thoughts without being ruled by them. The strongest person in the room is not the loudest, not the most aggressive, but the one who can remain composed no matter what is happening. Calmness is not weakness, it is mastery. And the more you train yourself to stay calm, the more power you have over your emotions, your decisions, and ultimately your life. The ability to stay calm is one of the greatest advantages you can have in life. It allows you to think clearly, act wisely, and navigate challenges with confidence. While others react emotionally, you remain in control. While others feel overwhelmed, you stay focused. True strength is not found in aggression or impulsive reactions. It is found in the ability to remain steady in the face of adversity. So make it your mission to train your mind, to master your emotions, and to develop the discipline of staying calm no matter what life throws your way. Because when you can control your response, you can control your future. And when you learn to stay calm, you become unstoppable.